Welcome to the most haunted, evil, dark BaconBit Bacon Cell has ever done. With My Little Pony the movie.
My Little Pony, My Little Pony.
What?
Ah, My Little Pony.
And everyone's friendship via My Little Pony.
You guys told me we were talking about it.
Tons of fun, a beautiful heart,
Everyone.
and magic makes it all complete.
My Little Pony. Friendship
my
and
very best
friends.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, high five.
I didn't know we were going to do that.
I'm going to have a giant show full of you guys doing things I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Is this new, Jake? What do you mean?
So we went to go see My Little Pony, the movie, and not the 1986 one, the 2017 one that just came out.
What?
And Kent and I both brought our daughters, and
You bought daughters?
we bought our daughters and brought them.
Trafficking is a big thing in My Little Pony screenings.
What? No, we didn't bring our kids. It was just Kent and I and Courtney, and we sat in the very back because Kent felt uncomfortable.
Well, yeah.
I did notice that in the Facebook Live. You guys don't normally
Joel
sit
was
way back
mad.
there.
He said we should sit right in the middle.
We
And I'm
should.
like,
There was no one else in the theater. We could have got prime seats.
Joel, there were other people in the theater. Who else was in the theater?
There was like
Families.
There was one other dude.
Yeah, but he was a
one-
dad, and he brought his whole
I'm a
family.
dad. Well, okay. So we watched this. We talked about doing an entire episode about this, and
I feel like we could.
we still probably could in the
I feel
future.
like you probably will.
But we wanted to get some stuff out of the way now.
Lock it
now,
up, teacher.
probably.
Lock it up. Usually you're like, I didn't get invited to a screening. Oh, you were invited, sir.
He was invited, he accepted, and then he declined.
Yeah. Well, I had to go to Blade Runner, so.
He didn't go to Blade Runner. He's lying.
If you went to Blade Runner, I will murder you right
He's
here.
lying. If you went to Blade Runner, we'd know because we could tell he's a replicant.
Well, don't you think Jake is a replicant?
I do think Jake is a replicant.
I am a replicant, which
But
is
that's
why
not what
I
we're
went
talking
to
about
Blade
today.
Runner.
So, My Little Pony.
2049.
This is based off the new series, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Indeed.
Which is, geez, what channel is that on?
It is on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, but what channel is it really on?
I'm not sure, but
I
it's
have no
on
idea either.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's a revamp of the series.
It's like the fourth edition of the series.
And if you grew up in the 80s or even 90s and you knew My Little Pony, you probably have a different perception of what this show is because this show is different.
The show used to be Blandsville. It was made to sell these toy ponies, so it was all about merchandise. The ponies were different colors, but the personalities weren't there. Even through all those versions, up until about, 10 years ago? Maybe 5 years ago? Mm-hmm. And now it's all about color, personality, and comedy.
It is. And so Kent and I have both watched the show, not just for Bacon Cell, because we have daughters.
It's for our daughters.
I think Kent and I can both agree it's not a bad show.
Well, how does this show work? Is it like a regular show? Does it have seasons?
Yeah.
I mean, like how many seasons does it have?
I think 4 to 5.
It's past 4, I know, because that's when Twilight Sparkle became an alicorn. But yes.
So Kent watches on Netflix. Joel, you probably have it on DVD.
No,
right?
well, no, we do have.
Blu-ray.
I think we have
4K. No, it's Clear Play.
Yeah.
No, my daughter has the Equestria Girls DVD. We don't. That's the only one we own though. And I just barely watched that the other night for the show.
Joel, slow down.
Equestrian Girls?
So let's go back
We're not
here.
doing a Why Watch My Little Pony show, although I think we should.
We could, but both Kent and I agree this is actually a fun show to watch. It's not. And I don't think it's on the same level as maybe Phineas and Ferb when I'm watching with my kids.
When you're saying show, you're talking about the TV show, not the movie. You
The
just
TV
watched.
show. Okay, we're starting with the TV show. We'll get into the review of the movie near the
Yes.
end.
Wait, are we doing a spoiler free and a spoiler full, or does it even matter?
I think it doesn't even matter at that point.
How can it matter?
Shame. This is so different. This is like when we didn't spoil Split and people were upset.
We're going to spoil My Little Pony at the end. For now, we're just going to talk about the show.
Spoil My Little Pony.
So Phineas and Ferb, I want to watch. I really enjoy. My Little Pony, if they want to watch it, I'm not going to have a problem with it because it's entertaining now. Like they add comedy in there that wasn't in the original series. In the original series, it's like, oh, we're all friends. Oh, no, look, we might not be friends. Okay, we're friends again.
Well, no, like Avatar.
Last Airbender.
Is it called Last Airbender?
Avatar: The Last
in the
Airbender.
TV
Papyrus?
Yeah.
Which one?
show? Yeah, the Papyrus one. Now, like that one, you think it's a kid's show, but you think it's good enough for like you'd even recommend to adults.
that
Are you
goes
saying
beyond
that with
kids show, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is My Little Pony the same sort of caliber?
there are, much like Avatar The Last Airbender, there are season arcs. Well, maybe not season arcs, but story arcs at the end of each season where a big bad will come to town and the ponies need to unite. It's not like a kid show with
Discord,
like a morality
is that the dragon?
tale. Yeah, there's Discord.
Yeah, he's funny.
But it's not like at the end of every episode, kids are going to learn a lesson. It's just a story about adventure and friendship and magic.
Yeah. Well, so
I feel like we could wrap it up right there.
Should we?
But it's actually entertaining. But
you just took your jacket off to show your pink pony shirt.
I am wearing a pink pony shirt today.
It's kind of like bright over there now.
very bright,
There's that much pink.
But what I was going to say, Jacob, is no, I'm not going to say, hey, everyone needs to watch this. I'm saying if your kids want to watch a show, pick this one. You're not going to be bored and you're not going to be annoyed.
Okay.
I actually call this one Tier 1 Kids TV.
I could go along with that. I mean,
well, you better. You just watched the movie and you're wearing a T-shirt.
It's not a My Little Pony.
Because here's the
shirt.
thing.
It has a pony on it. It's hand-drawn.
Much like my favorite things in life, this show is in on the joke. It knows it's straight up bubblegum, but it's thrown it in your face, and it's funny enough to really to deliver, really.
For example, Jacob.
I'd love to hear this.
There was a pony in the background, like not even one of the main ponies, but there's a pony in the background, and the animators got the eye kind of wrong, so its eyes were kind of pointing in different directions. Mm-hmm. And fans started kind of making a fan page for this horse pony, calling him Derpy Hooves.
Derpy Hooves?
Derpy Hooves. And they made Derpy Hooves into a character because of the fans. And it became kind of this running gag of, oh, we messed up, but we're going to kind of own that and have fun with it.
And Derpy Hooves still has like cross eyes or lazy eyes?
Well, yeah.
So let's talk about the pony in the room, the Brony agenda. Really, because we need to talk about this because this is a show for young girls.
They're trying to sell brownies?
No.
Sounds delicious.
But these men are not delicious. They are bronies. But I do think that after talking with people about how excited I was to do this show, I think you and I, Joel, I think we're on the spectrum.
I would say on the spectrum of bronies, maybe, but we're not bronies. Like, in my mind...
Joel, who's the voice cast?
I only know Tara Strong because she's in like all these voices. She's one of those famous voice actors.
Can you?
She has like 400 IMDb credits.
Joel, can you name the main ponies?
Yes, I can. And I'm going to go through them right now. So first of all, you have Twilight Sparkle.
Brony.
Oh, I should clarify. First, okay.
You're there. You say Twilight Sparkle, it's over.
Yeah,
you're in.
No, because once again,
can't go beyond
I
that.
have this. I've had a lot of good conversations with my daughter, and they've started with My Little Pony conversations. And she actually taught me a lot of things just for this show that I was like, I didn't know that. For example, there are Earth ponies, which are just regular ponies. There are
Fire
unicorns. They have a horn and they can do magic. Mm-hmm. And then there's Pegasi, which have wings and can fly. But then there's alicorns, which is only royalty, only princesses, and they have a unicorn horn and wings. I didn't know that. I learned that.
It kind of drives me crazy that Twilight Sparkle, the lead character of the show,
the leader, yeah, she's the Leonardo.
She has it all, and I don't even think she has the most interesting personality. But
she's learning. That's the whole point. Is that Princess Celestia, who lives in Canterlot,
Brony?
Yep, it's over. It's long over.
She sent Twilight Sparkle down to Ponyville to kind of see what. Because she's supposed to be the princess of friendship, and so she goes down to Ponyville to kind of see what friendship is, and then Twilight Sparkle decides to live down there, and that's kind of where the story kicks off. So you have Twilight Sparkle, who's the leader. She's the Leonardo. Mm-hmm. You have Pinkie Pie, who is...
the best one.
As Ken says.
She's Michelangelo.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah.
Probably Rainbow Dash would be Raphael.
Yeah, I would say so.
Maybe Applejack is Donatello.
We're getting into the weeds right here.
And then Fluttershy is April O'Neil. I have no idea.
And don't forget about Rarity.
Oh, Rarity. I always forget about Rarity.
Don't forget about Rarity.
She's like the Lisa Turtle, to put it in Saved by the Bell terms. Like she's and they all have different talents, which my daughter was telling me about.
Yeah.
And so, but each one of them has like kind of a personality. Like Applejack is kind of the country girl, and Rarity's kind of the prissy princess.
Yes, exactly.
And
Pinkie Pie has all the personality and is bubbly and always excited.
Pinkie Pie is the party girl.
Fluttershy
is obviously shy.
So Ken's into the party girl.
Apparently.
The party pony girl.
Well, don't say into, because that's a little weird. Because that's what I was going to say is bronies.
That's the next level of bronyhood.
Yes, because bronies...
Don't these ponies turn into like girls or something?
Well, that's another show altogether, and that gets a bit strange.
I didn't think it got strange. Like when you said that, I was waiting for it to get weird, and I was like, oh, it's just a normal TV show. When they...
Okay, but just imagine the men that watch this show for certain reasons, and then they turn into girls, and then that's weird.
The men turn into girls?
Maybe.
Well, because in Equestria Girls, Sunshine I can never say her name, Sunset Shimmer, steals one of the magic jewels and goes into another
You
dimension.
just gag on these names, or are they going to get like stuck in your throat? Sunset Shimmer.
Yes, she steals the jewel and goes into another dimension, and Twilight Sparkle has to follow her. And when she goes into another dimension, they're humans, and she has to learn how to walk on 2 legs. She tries to open a door with her face, which made me laugh pretty hard.
Joel, we're not talking about Equestria girls right now.
Well, we're giving the overall story
Okay.
of My Little Pony. But the reason I want to distinguish us from Bronies is because Bronies go to conventions. Bronies dress up as My Little Ponies.
Like you are.
And I have not
Tonight.
I have a pink shirt on that my daughter
Joel,
gave me.
Joel, if there was a BronyCon in town, we would go.
I wouldn't go.
Be honest with yourself.
I wouldn't pay for it.
We would go. We would start a GoFundMe account.
No, I wouldn't start a
His
GoFundMe.
next step is I wouldn't pay a lot for it. If it was cheap, maybe.
It's like Comic-Con. I don't go to Comic-Con unless I win tickets or the wonderful listener gives some.
But
So
we
it's
would go?
equivalent to Comic-Con for you, basically.
No, because I think it would be weird. Like I wouldn't feel
Are
comfortable
you kidding
at
me?
a Brony
This is to
convention.
be the best people watching ever.
But I don't know. I'd feel weird going to a Brony convention.
But here's the thing. You'd understand almost as much as these other people
Have we explained
would.
that Brony just means a grown-up male fan of My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Where did this name come from?
in
Do we
fact-
have like the etymology on this? Because it's weird.
There's a history. I actually watched a documentary called Brony, and it's about the male side of Little My Little Pony
I'm
fandom.
the Brony, huh?
Yeah, because I want to understand.
You both are.
I
He
want
says he wants to go to the convention and he wants to watch documentaries.
I'm
watching this with my
Don't
kid.
lie to yourself, pink shirt. You would go to this convention. But it's really interesting because they talked and it's very, shows a very happy face. It's basically not neutral at all for this documentary. They're like, hey, all these guys who like My Little Pony, they like it for these reasons. Like, leave them alone. They're not weird. And the truth is, they're usually not, I don't think.
But
Is it time for the movie?
the show, I just want to say that the show is actually pretty entertaining, and it is because of the comedy. Like, they just have these little throwaway references. Like, one in the movie, if I may talk about,
Sure.
is at one point they say, we have to go meet the queen of the hippos. And then the person goes, I don't know, well, I've heard hippos are very graceful. And then
They go, I hear the hippos very hungry.
hungry?
Hippos.
And then they move on. But it's just one of those little kind of quick, like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Clever stuff. And it makes me laugh.
Yeah, in fact, I sat there and I said, I will not stop myself from laughing at all during this movie, because generally I can, especially if it's like a kid's movie.
We broke a lot of rules.
You broke
this screening.
every rule.
You mean like holding hands?
No, like I
tried.
We talked a couple times during it quietly. We weren't disturbing anyone else.
Well, you also took, video.
Yeah.
But
I did not, Mr. FBI agent.
At one point, I was, yeah, exactly. That's against the law,
Yeah.
sir.
Jacob.
At one point, we were trying to guess who all the guest actors were, because there were some actors other than the typical voice actors in the movie, and we're like, oh, who plays this villain? And then we'd have a bet, and we bet like a blizzard on it.
Yeah.
And then Joel looked it up on IMDb while the movie was playing.
So I was like, the way I justified it too is I'm like, we're on the very back row. There's maybe 12 other people in the entire theater. So I'm not going to disturb everyone by pulling out my phone. And I did even then just like hold it close to my chest and be like, look, Ken,
And
I'm
here's-
right. You owe
here's
me
the
a
thing,
blizzard,
Jake.
and Ken owes me a blizzard.
If you, and I lost. If you were there, the laughs you would have had watching Joel and I, because there were times where they'd have an opening song. We'll get there. Where they have an opening song and you'd see these ponies marching in unison. It's this like happy song. And then I just look at Joel, he'd look at me, and we'd be like, what are we doing here?
We just started laughing.
Like, this is like this bright, beautiful movie playing, definitely not for us at all. But we were sitting there just enjoying it. And it was weird. But this leads to the opening movie.
Like Chuck E. Cheese weird?
Okay, no, Jacob.
Weirder.
If you were
Yeah.
there, I think you would have completely shut off and hated the experience because of the 5-minute short that previewed before the movie called Hanazuki, Full of Treasures. Or I think it was called Hanazuki. I don't know if
Have you ever seen any anime at all?
I mean, I haven't like watched a full show.
Have you
but
ever seen any
just
anime
clips.
while you were under a substance, maybe illegal substance?
Just that stuff you gave me that you said was aspirin, but was not aspirin.
Definitely. So that would have been this short.
It was so weird. Like, not good weird, bad weird, where all of us kind of went, what is going on? Because there's this girl and she's on the moon and she has these little color friends that she throws into a river.
Yep.
But
So
then
Kim was like, man, Pixar
but
shorts are
then
way
this
better than this.
sleeping baby, the sleeping baby comes out of a star and gives her a diamond.
Well, he throws a diamond at her face.
Yes, he does. And then one of the colors steals the diamond and goes to the dark side of the moon, and there's a monster there, and then they fall into what's that lava planet from Star Wars?
And then the volcano says, "I lava you."
I lava you. I like that short.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of ended.
It was so weird, and I thought to myself, "This is going to be bad. This is a bad sign if they're ponying up with this short.
Don't do that.
Unintentional."
Oh, and the trailers were awful for this movie as well. There's a nativity animated movie coming out, which seems like the worst movie of the year. In fact, if we knew about this would have been the one we wanted to bomb the most. Right? Wouldn't you agree?
It's a nativity movie told from the perspective of all the animals that were around the nativity, and starring
Tracy Morgan,
Oprah Winfrey, Chuck. What's Chuck's name?
Oh, Zachary Levi.
Plays
Joseph.
Gina Rodriguez, and Tyler Perry.
Wow.
It's going to be good.
Wow. Okay, we've derailed a lot,
All right.
Kent. We need to kind of bring
Tell
this
me
in.
about this movie.
No, not yet, because I have to tell you why I'm Team Fluttershy and Kent's Team Pinkie Pie. Because I feel like
He's got research here, people.
All right, then you only get 5 minutes on the movie.
I don't have any research, but as we were watching the movie, if you noticed, Pinkie Pie, and she is my second favorite.
Oh, is she? Okay,
She
good.
is.
Brony.
But Pinkie Pie is in your face humor all the time. Like she's always constantly in the front, bouncing around, and it's funny. It's hilarious.
It's great.
Everything Fluttershy said or did was gold because she's very kind of low key humor. Well, she'll pop in and do something like she'll just float past the camera and go, "Yay!" And it's hilarious.
We'd like to welcome you to Fluttershy versus Pinkie Pie, the hour-and-a-half long episode.
This is the versus show.
So it's me versus Joel, basically.
Fluttershy is great because it's quality, not quantity, right?
Right.
She's only shown in about 4 or 5 scenes because there's not much there.
Well, and she's the one. She loves animals.
Feel like I'm starting to fight already?
Yeah, she loves animals. She talks to animals. That's her special power. Pinkie Pie's special power is making parties, and she has like a party cannon.
Yes.
that she like shoots up and sets
Making
up stuff.
parties is her special power.
Yeah. She plans parties, and she's good at it.
I'm going to give my review just by saying this, and this is me saying Pinkie Pie is the best. Without Pinkie Pie in this movie would have been so boring.
Well, okay, let's just get into the movie.
Yes.
Because Team Fluttershy won.
Woohoo! Oh, please.
So I just watched the Equestria Girls movie last night, and then I watched this
Brony.
movie tonight.
Okay.
I watched it with my daughters and my son.
And then with me.
Well, I watched this one with you. But having watched the Equestria Girls movie and then watched this, which was direct to DVD, and watching this movie, which is theatrically released, I think Equestria Girls was better. I think that this one, it's an hour 40. It felt a little bit too long.
Why is it
little
called Equestrian Girls?
Because they go to the land of Equestria.
Oh,
They're actually from the land
Oh,
of
they're from
Equestria.
they're from the Equestria.
But for some reason, they go to the human land of Equestria.
well, why aren't they still using the branding of My Little Pony? Why wouldn't they?
They
My
are.
Little Pony : Equestria Girls, and it's My Little Pony:
My Little Ponies:
okay.
Equestria Girls.
Okay.
Rainbow Rocks.
Yes, that's the second one.
Rainbow Rocks.
Joel?
I know, I was going to say
Joel?
Rainbow Kidney Stones. That's what I was thinking.
So this movie is an hour and 40 minutes long, and I'm not sure if that's with or without the short. Maybe without.
I don't know.
But it is about 25 minutes too long.
It does drag.
This is a movie for kids, clearly, and for people that enjoy it. But it's a straight up like a road trip adventure movie that just, you meet a new group of people in every new place, and you don't really care. And it's just like it's an introduction to a new song and to new toys.
There's definitely going to be a new toy line because of this movie, because they transform. Spoiler alert: they transform into sea creatures, sea ponies.
Yeah, sea pony, mer ponies.
Mer ponies.
Yeah, is it mer ponies?
By the way, Jacob, in the show, they never say everybody or somebody. They say every pony and some pony.
Like every pony get behind me.
Yeah, no pony does that.
No pony left behind.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. This movie's too long. It just is.
Well,
It's
hour
too long.
45 is really
Hour
long.
40.
So what would you say
145.
about the animation, Joel?
What?
145.
139. Looking at it right here.
Really?
Yes.
Because the one I saw was at 145 because I looked to see when you guys were going to be out when I came to surprise you at the theater.
Weird. Yeah,
you
it's
did come
139
surprise
here
us.
on IMDb.
So what did you think about the animation?
Animation looked good.
Yeah.
It's polished. It's a little more crisp than the show. They tried some bigger things like the rainbow boom, the sonic rainbow.
Yes.
That was a cool
Rain boom.
effect.
It's the rain boom.
The rain boom. But I thought the story wasn't as strong. However, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I still liked it. I'm going to give this one B-.
Are we full on just giving our letter grades right now and that's it?
Yeah, we've already gone very long on this show.
real quick,
This is a long bacon bit already.
I'll just say this real quick for a story synopsis, if people care.
Yeah, go for it.
We don't.
You don't, because you don't care to go to movies with us anymore. You jerk.
The ponies are happy in Equestria.
Just go to Blade Runner
Everything's
next
going
time.
fine. And then an evil force comes into town, basically, to take over.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt plays one of the generals.
Her song, she's a good singer.
Yeah, she is a good singer.
That was actually a really good song.
It was a very good song.
So Mary Poppins is in My Little Pony,
Yes.
She's not Mary Poppins yet,
basically.
not until the movie airs.
And so the ponies basically to go find help from others so they can get rid of these evil people in their kingdom. They kind of unite all these forces and then come back to take Equestria back.
Right.
And that is the story. So
because Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, and Princess Cadence are all trapped.
Brony. But here's the thing. So this movie is a musical, though. I mean, not like straight through, but especially for the first half, there's a lot of music going on.
I'd probably say there's like 7 musical numbers in the whole thing.
So what'd you think about him, Joel?
In the moment, I liked him, but I don't remember any of them right now.
I will say that it has a very Princess and the Frog effect, where I think they were kind of like the same quality of songs, but you don't really remember them after the movie's over.
Yeah, but in the moment, I was tapping my toes, I was bobbing my head.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt was good, and then Sia actually has a cameo.
Which is dumb, because she's a pony with hair covering her face.
It was already a dated reference, which I went, okay, Sia doesn't do the hair thing anymore, but okay.
So, despite the story, which wasn't
Why
great...
she stop doing that?
It was just a gimmick for a bit.
For like 10 years.
Here's what I think the movie does really well, and probably better than most movies that come out. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and there are 6 distinct characters, and this movie lets each of them shine in their own way. I think Applejack maybe didn't shine as much as the others.
She didn't get a lot to do, did she?
No, but
I really missed out like Applejack. Where was she?
He's acting so high and mighty about
I know.
this.
Exactly. Stop it. Get off your high horse, okay? Hey. But I would say, like, every character, like, you saw it whether on their faces through the animation or just the...
Horse faces.
Just the characteristics they showed, whether it was the songs they were singing. Everyone had a chance to really grow as a character.
No pony, or every pony had a chance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go.
see? You're getting it.
Well, and from my perspective, I feel like it had a story, it had an objective, and it did have the moment of how are they going to get out of this, which is good.
Right.
But there wasn't as much emotion attached to it.
Was there a song? Is that how they got out of it? And then they united their powers.
I believe there's a montage.
Yeah.
And then there was lots of colors, and then they were free.
That's accurate. That's really good, actually.
True.
Spoiler alert.
But
there were a lot of colors, and then they were free.
But yeah, I agree with you, Ken. I think they each got their moment. They each had a good time. I don't know if they grew as much, but it felt like just a longer regular episode.
Right. I've actually seen better season finales of the show that are maybe 2 or 3 parters.
Brownie.
That were maybe better, a little more dramatic than this.
Ken has probably seen, confession, Ken has probably seen more episodes of My Little Pony than I have.
How many have you seen?
I don't know. Like when you said seasons, I was like, I can't really remember.
I've probably
any
seen
season.
7.
The only
7
reason
episodes.
I know that
You've seen more than 7 episodes.
No, seriously, like because I don't watch it a lot, but I've
How
seen.
do you know all their names and everything if you've only seen 7 episodes?
With 2 daughters, you just know.
You have conversations.
Yes.
Lots of conversations. That's where I found out that Twilight Sparkle got her wings right at the end of season 4
Because she's an Allosaurus.
Yes, she's an Allosaurus.
Right?
An alicorn.
That's it.
An alicorn? Alicorn? I don't know how to say it.
A la
But,
carte.
It was fun. Like it's
That's
fun.
it.
But yeah, B minus for me, 3.5 stars.
What did you give it, Ken?
Will kids like it? Yes.
Okay, that was my next question.
Kids will like it.
You don't think it'll be too long, too boring?
Not for my oldest daughter, no. I think she will eat this up and think it's great. But
Okay.
although I don't think it will have the same magic as Equestria Girls or Rainbow Rocks because she loves those and talks about them a lot.
I lean towards a C+, but B- is fair just because I was fine watching it, and I would watch this with my girls on pizza and movie night.
And I felt I smiled a lot during this movie just because I was remembering that we're sitting in the theater as 2 grown men watching My Little Pony,
Indeed.
or because it genuinely entertained me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Who will know? Who knows for sure? Really,
but I think,
which it was.
I think we can call this a positive experience if you already like My Little Pony. When I was talking to Courtney, who'd never really seen it before,
Right.
I said, could you really connect to a lot of it, not having any background in it? She said, not really.
That's true.
And it's because you don't know the characters. So like when Rarity gets splashed with water, you're not like, oh, she hates that. You're just like, oh, the pony got
Joel was
wet.
totally doing that.
Poor Rarity.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Poor Spike too.
Yeah, poor Spike.
He's the dragon.
What's happened to us?
He's the little dragon helper.
7 episodes. That's all you've seen.
Can we get our man cards back in the next episode?
No.
Maybe.
Let's try.
No, I don't think we need man cards when we got dad cards, Kent. Boom.
Boom. All right, so that does it for My Little Pony, the movie.
Did you give it a rating?
Yeah, B-.
That's right.
We'll
You
go
said
B-.
B- too.
So we agree.
Yeah, we agree.
Oh, okay, good. I feel happy now. I feel like we bonded our friendship today, Kent.
Let's give high hooves.
Hi, hooves. You didn't make a hoof.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, we're all friends. Oh, no, look, we might not be friends. Okay, we're friends again.